St. Kitts Marine Works, which served the marine sector for the past 21 years or so, is being threatened with eviction by the government of St. Kitts and Nevis from its New Guinea location on the southwest coast of the island, said Regiwell Francis, owner and director of St. Kitts Marine Works, when he spoke with SKN Newsline about his ongoing ordeal with the government. For over 2 decades, St. Kitts Marine Works provided vital services, including a marina with haul-out facilities, salvage operations, marine construction and dredging for St. Kitts and Nevis and the wider yachting community in the northeastern Caribbean, a facility considered essential in marine operations and one that is in high demand. However, according to Mr. Francis, the government has taken an antagonistic stance against him, threatening him with eviction if a case against the government to get monies due to him for services completed is not withdrawn. Francis explained the circumstances.
So we did a job in Old Road Fisheries making a breakwater. The contract was for 5 months. The government was supposed to supply the stones. They did not supply the stones for 36 months. There was cost overrun because the government paid standby charges for the machine. It ran up a bill over $10 million. In the meantime, in 2021, the government of the day signed a sales agreement with me for Regiwell Francis to purchase the land that St. Kitts Marine Works operates under. So because I knew I had the $10 million coming from the Old Road project, I signed the agreement for $6.5 million to purchase the land that we're on, 26.68 acres. So we had a difficulty collecting the monies from the Old Road Fisheries, so I had to get a lawyer involved. And we took them to court. There were delays in court. But because of the delays, me getting paid, I had to get delays in paying for the land. And it escalated till right now. I think the government has offers for some Nigerians to come in and develop the area with a container park. Instead of having boats and marine storage, they'll bring containers directly from Africa and transship them on big vessels to other smaller vessels to other islands. My thing is, one, the port here, there was no breakwater here. The ocean was right to the road. St. Kitts Marine Works and Regiwell Francis, we reclaimed all that land. We trucked all the breakwater, all the breakwater stones from the quarry at $400 a trip, with most 2 stones in a truckload, to bring the stones down here to make the breakwater. We dredged the area inside the marina, and we put in the piles to make the pier. We installed the concrete pier for the travel lift to operate on. We put some finger piers in for the marina telca. We have had major millions of dollars of expenditure developing this area. When we got it, this area was not developed. We have now developed it. We've expanded in the areas that we purchased. We've stayed within those bounds, and we've been trying to get closure on the government's case so we get our money, so we can even in turn pay the government. We offered to exchange. On numerous occasions, even recently, we've offered to negotiate. They have not been coming to the table. They have not been negotiating in good faith, and I don't see any reason to believe they will do that in the future from their actions.
Mr. Francis said the government seems content on pushing him out of business and turning the land over to Nigerian investors to build a container port next to a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Brimson Hill Fortress National Park. Francis believes the location is not ideal for a major container port, and there are other sites more appropriate for the kind of port being pursued. He also spoke directly to the need for boosting tourism in the area and next phase of his project at New Guinea.
I'm to wonder, if they look at my operation, if they evict me, where am I supposed to go? Where are all these boats supposed to go? Where are the locals in the marine sector supposed to go? The same way I came and developed this area, why can't the other company go and look at the other area? I could identify 3 areas they could come at and develop, which is even better than where we are. It will cost them less, because if they want to put a gantry crane to offload those big container boats, the breakwater I have here and the area there is not big enough. You have to reclaim land. It's naturally deep water. It's going to cost a lot to reclaim. We're talking 35 feet of water, 100 feet from the dock. The ship is going to need the 30 feet to 35 feet of water. But when you go out, for the gantry crane, you're going to need the distance. A gantry crane, it ranges about 200 to 250 feet. They have gantry cranes about 300 feet tall. My travel lift is 40 feet tall. And I could only take 1 travel lift down there at a time. I can't carry both. If you're going to have a gantry, you're going to have a ship coming from Africa, transshipping. You're talking about 100 containers empties have to go on, 100 containers full have to come off. The ship is not going to wait for you to cross the road with them and bring them over. You have to stage them, have them ready to go. You have the island main road to cross. I cross the road maybe once every hour, and it takes me about 2 minutes with the travel lift. It affects traffic very slightly. What's going to happen when you have 100 containers to cross within 2 hours to get the thing going? The traffic on the main road is going to come to a dead end. Are you going to relocate the island main road? That's another major expense. So why look at this area which is going to have all these hiccups? Now, you're right under the Brimstone Hill Fortress. This is a World Heritage Site. A tourism-related product, for example, the pier we want to build, going out there, is catering for cruise ships. A cruise ship coming in here will bring tourism directly to the Brimstone Hill Fortress. That is what you want. The people of the Brimstone Hill Fortress, they would long for the increase in numbers. Right now, if a ship comes into St. Kitts and they pull in Port Zante, for tourists to reach to Brimstone Hill, they have to do a full island tour. If they do a half island tour, they turn back in Old Road, Romney Manor. So this end of the island is not getting anything. Having the commercial dock that St. Kitts Marine Works wants to put in, we have the piles on the ground, you've documented it. We have the barge, the crane, everything to install the piles. All we need is the concrete. We already have half the concrete being the sand and stones. The cement, we're looking at bringing it in from St. Martin via barge directly to this home port, which we're a port of entry. All of these things, I've had to put safety plans in place, have safety surveys done to present to customs and present to the government to get down here approved for a port of entry.
The intensity to get him off the land is indicative of hidden motives, Francis believes, as he pointed to the consequences for marine operators in the Federation, insurance issues, as well as the impact on tourism.
What is the big rush? What is the big deal for kicking Reg off of this land, which he has a case pending? And you're going to threaten, if I don't drop the case, that I'll be evicted. The fact that you're going to threaten that if I don't drop the case, that tells me I have a solid case. If I don't have a solid case, you let the case try out, and then you penalize me, you fine me, whatever things. But what is the big deal? What is the big rush? Is there something to gain? Is someone gaining something by this transaction? Is someone's pocket going to be filled? It's definitely not mine. If I get kicked out, is there someone going to benefit? When I move out of here, I need time first to move all of these boats. I'll give you some drone pictures so you see how many boats we need. We're talking nearly 200 boats. The owners, we have to find the owners. Some owners we can't find. The court is going to have to make a judgment to dispose of the boat. We then will have to auction the boat. I can't just kick people's boat out. I can't just leave them on the side of the road. If I get evicted, all of a sudden I can't bring any boats in because obviously I can't take any boats out of the water if I'm taking them out, if I'm emptying the yard. Where are the local boats going to go in the meantime? I mean, hurricane season aside or not, in the regular season, if a boat takes taken on water, runs aground, has leaks, I've been called to my house Sunday mornings, all kind of hours, to come and save boats that are sinking. Where are they going to go? A boat that's sinking is going to go to St. Martin, and then when they get there, they can't get to haul out. Antigua, Trinidad is the only next port which has really space, but many of these boats could make it to Trinidad, let alone going for maintenance or emergency situations. So I asked the question, why does the government not want to negotiate with me? Why are they not coming to the table? Why are they not discussing it to find other solutions? This is my field, the marine sector. So many things. If they tell me what their goal is, I could give you solutions. But their goal is just to get me off the land. And I just think that's not reasonable. I'm going with the flow. I figure if they're going to evict me, they evict me. And let everybody else will talk. When I'm out, I think the marine sector will kick up a storm, especially when they can't get insurance, because then the tourism is going to have to be affected. They're going to have to come back and say, Reg, please come back. But they need to think ahead. Prior planning and preparation prevents piss poor performance. That's what I say.
Whatever the outcome, St. Kitts Marine Works and Regiwell Francis have proven repeatedly their outstanding capabilities in marine works and salvage, having spent years developing the business, and it is believed it plays a crucial role in the yachting industry of multiple islands in the northeastern Caribbean. Gov'T reporting for SKN Newsline.